Hi students, in this video I am going to explain you about a few examples of a chemical changes. Already in yesterday's Zoom session we discussed about the rusting of iron and burning of magnesium. As you know, due to the burning of magnesium, it burns with a bright light and gives a powdery ash. Here during the burning of a magnesium, the reaction takes place between the magnesium and oxygen, and magnesium oxide formation takes place. On page number 60, the two reactions given, all of you underline this, both the reaction. First one is a magnesium oxide and second one is a magnesium hydroxide formation. Now let us see how to check the nature of a magnesium hydroxide. For that purpose, first we have to prepare the solution of it. Means here mix the little amount of water with this powdery ash. That time the reaction occurs between the magnesium oxide and the water, and the magnesium hydroxide formation takes place. Now, with a small experiment, let us understand how to check the nature of this magnesium hydroxide, means metal oxide solution. To carry out this experiment, let us see the requirements: spirit lamp, matchbox, magnesium ribbon, litmus paper, petri dish, water, dropper and a forceps. Here first light up the spirit lamp with the help of a matchbox. The spirit lamp we are using to burn this magnesium ribbon. Now hold properly the magnesium ribbon on the flame of a spirit lamp, and after few minutes the magnesium ribbon it starts to burn with a bright light, and at the end of this burning it gives the powdery ash. Here the reaction means the formation of magnesium oxide takes place. Afterwards, to prepare the solution of this magnesium oxide, add a little amount of water in it, and by mixing of water with the powder ash we get the magnesium hydroxide solution. Here the reaction takes place between the magnesium oxide and water. Then add 1 or 2 drops of this magnesium hydroxide on a litmus paper and check the color change. Observe it carefully. The red litmus turns to blue and blue remains as it is. It indicates that magnesium hydroxide is a base. As you observed in this experiment, due to the burning of a magnesium, we get the new substances, that is a magnesium oxide and magnesium hydroxide, and that's why burning of a magnesium is an example of a chemical change. Now let us see the next activity 6.7. This activity is related to the reaction between a copper sulfate solution and a iron. Here, to carry out this experiment, first we have to prepare the copper sulfate solution. Let us see the procedure of a copper sulfate solution preparation. For that purpose, first dissolve a teaspoon of a copper sulfate in a half cup of water in a glass beaker, and then add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid and stir it properly. Then we will get a blue colored copper solution. To understand this reaction, let us see the next experiment and observe it carefully.
Reaction of iron nails with copper sulfate solution. In this module, you will learn about the reaction of iron nails with copper sulfate solution. When an iron object is kept in copper sulfate solution, the color of the object and the copper sulfate solution changes. Let us perform an activity to find out the details of this color change. For this activity, you will require iron nails, sandpaper, test tubes, copper sulfate solution, thread, clamp stand, and test tube stand. Take 2 test tubes marked as A and B, and in each test tube pour about 10 milliliter of copper sulfate solution. Fix test tube A on the clamp stand and keep the test tube B as control sample in test tube stand. Now, take 3 iron nails and clean them by rubbing with sandpaper. Tie 2 iron nails with a thread and immerse them carefully in the copper sulfate solution in test tube A for about 20 minutes and keep the third nail aside. After 20 minutes, take out the nails and keep them beside the unused clean nail. Do you observe any change? On comparing both the nails with the unused nail, you will find that the iron nails which are kept in the copper sulfate solution have developed a reddish brown layer on them. Now, take out the test tube A from the clamp stand and keep it beside test tube B for comparison. On comparing both the solutions, you will find that the original deep blue color of the copper sulfate solution has faded away. What is the reason behind these changes? When iron nails are dipped in copper sulfate solution, the iron metal reacts with copper sulfate, which results in the formation of ferrous sulfate and copper metal. In this reaction, iron being more reactive than copper displaces copper from the copper sulfate solution and forms ferrous sulfate, which fades the deep blue color of the solution. The displaced copper then deposits on the iron nails in the form of a reddish brown coating. Since in this reaction a more reactive metal iron displaces a less reactive metal copper from its compound, it's a displacement reaction. In this module, you have learnt that iron metal displaces copper from its compound copper sulfate and forms iron sulfate along with copper metal. This reaction is a displacement reaction.
Students, as you observed the reaction between a copper sulfate solution and iron, due to that the new two substances formed, that is the iron sulfate solution and a copper deposit, and that's why it is considered as a chemical change. Here our activity 6.7 completed. All of you read carefully the lesson number 6 and complete all the writing work properly in your science notebook. Here I am ending this video. All of you study well. Okay, bye students.